Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. Happy March! In this episode, we're going to take a look at each life path number, the forecast for March 2024. Before we get into the reading, just know this is, of course, a general forecast. If you would like a personalized reading, focusing on your own personal numerology, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. I would love to work with you. All right, let's take a look. Life path number 9. So March for you all brings the energy of the 22, so 202, and the energy of the eagle. So this is very powerful energy, very, very powerful energy of like standing in your power, claiming your space, all of the things. So let's talk about eagle first. So with eagle, there's definitely something here about fearlessness, leadership, taking the reins within your own life, going after what you want, asserting yourself. It's very much like one energy, which is, of course, the opposite energy of the 9. So it's very much about, being self-driven, self-focused, going after, again, what you want, being very honest with yourself about what you want, and seeing things from a greater perspective. It's very interesting because it's like the eagle knows there's nothing that the eagle can't achieve, right? If it sets its mind to it. And of course, I'm speaking metaphorically. But if you think about the eagle will fly above the storm. It can fly so high that it can fly above a storm to, go higher, to not get caught up in that lower vibration of energy. It can rise above it. And so there's something here this month for you all that there may be something that has been very difficult, very low vibrational, that has really been sort of pulling you down or weighing you down. And there's something here that you're meant to rise above it. And that's honestly something that 9s get very good at in this lifetime, is rising above the negativity, rising above the lower vibrations, not bypassing it or like spiritual bypassing it or whatever, or emotionally bypassing, facing it, moving through it, but not getting stuck in it, not getting sucked into it. The regrets, the anger, the frustrations, the wanting revenge, all those things. The eagle flies above it. It doesn't have time for that, right? It's too evolved for that, so to speak. And so with the 9 energy, there may be something this month that maybe has been gnawing at you, has been really weighing you down, that you are absolutely meant to find a way to rise above it. Deal with it, transmute it, release it, rise above it. Because ultimately you're better than that. Everybody's better than that lower vibration, right? There's no need for that continuous anger, continuous holding a grudge, continuous judgment, etc. So with eagle coming through, I think there could be some things where there could bring about some sense of just a greater perspective, a greater opportunity to see things from a bigger lens, and then feel like you have more information and ability to, again, rise above whatever it is. The other thing that's interesting about the eagle that I just want to mention is the eagle is an opportunist, right? Sometimes it doesn't necessarily take down its own prey. It will, take prey from another. It will, get its sustenance from a prey that's already been, killed or whatever. So it will take that opportunity to get its sustenance. And so though I'm not like saying, steal from others or whatever, what I'm saying is take an opportunity if it presents itself to you, ask for help, get the support that you need to rise above whatever this is. You're not meant to do it on your own. You're not meant to be the martyr in any situation. There's always some kind of support or assistance available to you. So use that, especially if it's something that's been weighing you down for a long period of time. This is a great month to rise above it, but to get the help that you need to do that. With the 22 energy, this is interesting because it brings about this sense of turning points. So there might be some kind of shift or change in direction for you this month that could likely come from this greater perspective or this greater, sense of awareness around something. You may feel like you're at a crossroads this month as well, and that you might have to make some kind of a decision. And typically when we're in, like a 22 type of energy, it can really have that, like almost like we feel like, okay, I have to make a decision. I can't go forward without making a decision now. So what is that decision going to be? And ultimately it has to come from you. So you could feel like you're at like this crossroads this month, and you have to use your own discernment. You have to use your own sort of greater self-awareness to decide what it is that you want and, what direction you want to be moving in. But with that, anytime we make a decision, there's ultimately always going to be something we have to release or something we have to make adjustments for. Because usually when we make a decision, then new things come in. And with those new things coming in, things have to fall away. And the journey of the 9 is one of constant transition, right? Things being transient, things coming in and then being released, coming in and then being released. And that is the lifetime of the 9. And there's a method to that, or reasoning behind that. But this month, you could find that you have to make some decisions, but there's also this almost knowing that in doing so, you have to release something. And so it can be a little bit challenging. But just know that, the decision that you're making is moving you towards the next chapter that you're meant to step into. I would say this month could bring about a greater sense of your own internal desires. What do you want for this next chapter? What does it look like for you? What do you want it to look like? And then what kind of decisions or choices do you need to make from that inner desire? And I would also say check in to make sure that it's not completely just self-serving, because as you know, as a 9, there also has to be an element of how it will also help others. There could also be some kind of reconstruction of something, like something that has deteriorated or fallen apart, that this is going to be a great month to reconstruct that, but to reconstruct it in a way that it serves the highest good of all involved. So this could be a really interesting month for you all. But I do think you're going to gain a greater perspective over something. And that greater perspective is going to help you to make this difficult decision or this choice, whatever it may be, so that you can step into that next chapter in a way that feels good for you and, again, all involved. So really powerful energies this month for you all. But I do think it's going to require you to make some decisions. And yeah, I would say just follow your heart, follow your intuition, make sure that it's what you want. So I hope it's a great month. I think it's going to be a powerful one. Take care. Bye for now.